Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of the GT3 Championship Season 2, brought to you by Ingear Motorsports alongside Aspire Racing Team. And of course, look at that sexy boy we got on the screen. Nobody else than what the hell are you doing? Mackenzie Taylor. Before that, Viva Sevilla. Vamos Sevilla. Mackenzie Taylor, good evening.
No, it's not. It's not a Sevilla advertising stream, Juan. Come on, let's get this right tonight. We're gonna have a good time. My goodness. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Ingear Motorsport live stream. We're back, and I think we're in for a fun one tonight, right?
Oh, we're
We're gonna have a good time.
Oh, I see you already smile. Look at that. Number 4, Whiskey. Whiskey
I'm
River.
just looking across to my side because that's where I can see who's here on the stream yet. For whatever reason, guys, it's Halloween, so we're getting spooky. Juan's had a couple whiskeys. I've joined in. I have a beer. So this is going to be the most professional Ingear Motorsport stream that you've seen ever. Right, what's going on? We've got HMPF, Oi, hello. SS Krez, evening, guys. Hello, good evening. And some person called Benny900, who's also in the chat so far. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
welcome,
everybody. Welcome. By the way, you're a liar. What do you mean? I joined in. I have a beer. You've already had 20,000. This is my only my 4th whiskey. Look. Whiskey River,
There we go.
take my heart.
Promoting great stuff tonight, Juan. This is what it's all about.
Indeed. Look at the chat. It's all active. Huh? I love it.
I mean, I was in the middle of trying to post to Instagram, and you went, "Oh, we're going live." So,
come on, man. We need to give the people some entertainment. And talking about entertainment.
Let's talk to Benny. Let's see how Benny's doing.
Exactly. If we're talking about entertainment, well,
hello, everybody.
There you have him, the embodiment of entertainment, Benny Miko. Good evening. How are you doing, mate?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing wonderful. We're here at round 5, and let's sneaky little Mackenzie. Well, we are very happy to have you here, as always, Benny. I need to ask you something. Who's the top 3?
Okay, so currently Octavio Pisco.
Yeah, Pisco. Yeah.
P1.
Pisco.
P2 is Helder Shakira.
Shakira. Okay, on P2.
Shakira, yeah. And
nice.
P3 is Miguel Marquez.
Who the hell is Marquez?
Yes, Marquez.
Yeah. Reminds me of that Marquez driver as well, who's also very good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Miguel
Well,
Marquez?
Shakira made some good moves last week.
Oh, yeah.
Taking the hips all over the place. So good to see that's correlated to a top 3 position in the championship standings to keep things a little bit on track. Yeah, top 3 includes P2, Benny. I know you're getting used to things, don't worry. We have a special guest tonight, everyone. Callum is here. Cal Mac, 1201. He's here.
No way.
Juan, do you remember Callum?
I nearly fall into the ground. Where is Callum?
He's here. Look, Cal Mac. He says way.
Oh, my Lord Almighty, in the heavens
I need to move my windows away because I have to literally look to the other side of the room to see my screen, apparently, what everyone's saying. Racing Dutch is here, which means Racing Dutch is not racing in the game tonight, most likely. Come on, Racing Dutch.
Come on, Racing Dutch, man. We need to see you, of course. We also have Andrew Kesselton who's watching today. But Mackenzie Taylor, we're going to keep reading. Oh, look at that. Moving the hips. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Oh, mama, move it like that, baby. We're going to go with
Let's go to quali. Come on, get it.
Just go to quali. Hello, Hugo. Love you, Hugo. Hugo Boss. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go with quali because it is underway. Time for qualifying. And of course, Mackenzie, turn those engines up. Oh, let's get a rock and roll. And here we have, of course, the one and only, who for the love of God, he just got beaten. Porte in the lead momentarily. Has Octavio Pisco reclaimed the lead? No, he hasn't. This is the first time in the championship, Mackenzie, we have somebody ahead of Pisco on the qualifying. Let me tell you, that is a way to start a qualifying session. Of course, Octavio Araujo Pisco, the absolute legend who has dominated the whole championship so far. And incredibly, we see him in P2 at the moment with a halfway to go in a qualifying. Pisco is going to try his best to keep himself at bay A tope, ACA eSport. Vamos, Andorra. Vamos, ACA. Acá. Grande, my cousin Van Manicus. I gotta tell you, man, the stream is packed with people. I love it, Mackenzie.
Well, I just saw that Mr. Maniquez loaded up Cyberpunk 2077, so it's nice to see that he's done a little alt tab onto Twitch to say hello. So good to see you, sir. Thank you for taking some time away from configuring your genitals on Cyberpunk.
Wow, that's a good way to introduce somebody to the stream, Mackenzie. You're working that public relations hard time, man, but little. Oh my.
Mr. PR.
I gotta tell you, don't be a fuck nugget, Mackenzie. Please.
Oh, this is a new thing tonight, everyone. We're trying to teach Juan slang. So Charlotte was teaching him some British slang. I mean, I don't really think fuck nugget's really a British slang, but it's something. So if you have some slang that you would like Juan to learn, post it in the chat box and we'll see what we can do.
Grande ACA eSports SX. Well, I gotta tell you, I need to give a shout out to Mr. Shoebox, or as people know him, Mr. Mr. Jonas Joberg, for deliveries, of course. Fuck cancer. With all those letters, fuck cancer. They have their lovely livery supporting the cause. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to join that cause next week. You're going to be seeing Juan with barely a beer. Thank you very much for the follow, Kulex.
Yeah, thank you very much. And again, thank you to Shoebox for the wonderful liveries. And you can see on the front as well, they've got a little mustache on the ART cars. Yep. Something that they've done for at least a couple of years running now. I remember them doing it in ACC in one of our championships last year. So, yep, sporting the Movember on mustache, as you say, fuck cancer. Good to see that the guys supporting a good cause. And it looks nice as well, doesn't it? He makes some lovely liveries, does Mr. Shoebox.
He does. And look at this. Shakira. Look at Mr. Elder Sadakeda. At the moment on 7th, let's see if we can go any higher on the board. Only a few drivers remaining on the track. And of course, that will mean we'll have to go for a little bit until the race begins. But before that, let's see. Sarkeda is going to abort the lap. Let's check on
Shakira into the pits.
Shakira,
you want to see me box like that? No way.
No, keep going. Come on. Come on, Mr. Innovative.
I'm trying to think of it. Callum's back, by the way. He was making his tea when you said hello, so he didn't hear you say hello to him before. But hello, Callum.
Hello, Callum. I gotta tell you, mate. Somebody's knocking at my door, and I don't know who the hell is it.
Knocking at the door.
Oh, Baba. Seabold looks like he's gonna go through the line. Look at him flashing the lights. I love you, big boy. He is gonna cross it, and unfortunately, gonna stay at 17th. Let's check on this gentleman, Toby Andrews. Here you see him holding 20th. Not gonna lie, I was hoping to see him a little higher on the board. At the moment, it's Porte at the lead. Clark has managed to go second. Octavio Rajopisco on third. Up the graph on fourth. Ah! Bomba. Careful, boy. That is a wall. That's a lot of smoke. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
we get a slow-mo replay of that?
Oh, yes, we can, please. Wait, you're asking for too much here on the Juan Cam.
We're making Juan Cam work for his.
Wait, look at that.
His evasive now.
Oh, mama.
So just hit the curb a little bit. Yeah, too much. And car grounded out clearly. Under acceleration, the car just got lifted a little bit on the curb, lost traction, and around it went. And
well, ladies and gentlemen,
as you rightly said, bit of bomber.
Actually, qualifying is over. Nobody else on track. That means, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go with what Ingear is all about. As per usual, get ready, strap on, because in 3 minutes' time, it's time to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in a few seconds.
welcome to another Tuesday evening.
Pandemonium!
I knew it. Welcome to the GT4 season finale. That, ladies and gentlemen, is £750.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the two lovely men. I'm sure Mackenzie Taylor does not have the bollocks to do what he did to me 5 seconds before we went live. Okay, he did. Well, there you have him. What a lovely boss I got. Exactly. Like that. Well, I need to love to throw you, but on the floor, very hard. I gotta tell you, Mackenzie, great qualifier. Porte takes the first different pole position of the season. Oliver Clark on second, and Octavio Pisco on third. And well, Mackenzie, I cannot wait any longer. We need to go with the full grid. Let's get rolling, because Interlagos is about to get crazy. Let's go. Here you see 7:45 in the British Times. Bloody Nora, drop me out. We're about to go live. Look at Benny calling the shots. I like it. Well, that is a black. Yeah. Let's be honest. I think turn 3 is a big focus for a crash. I really think so. Well, it seems like we don't have anybody on track at the moment. So. Oh, there you go. Now we got them all. As you can see, half the lap in. And let's go with the grit walk. It's time to rock and roll. Here you see it. It's Porte on the lead. Clark on the first line with him. Then we got Octavio Pisco on the second line with Autograph, the DSRT driver, as well as his teammate Quinto Verdonco fifth, Marquez in sixth for the ACA eSports team, Shakira on the seventh, Luke Andrews, the baguette on P8, then Matthew Wright in less than top of the top 10, we move a little further down, Nuno Costa on 11th, then we got Anderson, Lyall, Story, Van der Ovelen, Sander Blau, Siebold, Hook, Gravison, Andrews for the top 20. And then we follow with Jaga, Ricky Pink, Krampf, Vickers, Dahlgren, then Leander, Schubach, Shoebox, Williams, and Phipps for the top 30. And of course, my friends, we got Wallenda, Gatehouse, Macy, and Giovanni Rivera to finish off the grid. You can see the cars getting ready, heating up their tires. What is going to happen, Mackenzie Taylor? Tell me, because this is about to get very crazy.
Well, our chat seems to think there's going to be crashes, and then we've also just had a prediction that Luke Andrews will make it. Will make it in the terms of he'll survive the race or make it to the win. I don't know. We'll find out. But we've seen him pull off bigger miracles than coming from P7 to win a race before. So looking forward to that. I'm also excited to see an Ingear Motorsport car on the front row, since the mighty Bouchan hardly ever turns up. Thank God for Oliver Clark. who is here to fly the Ingear Motorsport flag in our co-ran championship. So looking forward to seeing what happens there. And still 34 strong car grid in the well over halfway point. I think now we're coming up to halfway of this championship. So nice to see the grid still looking strong. Looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. It's a great track, great racing, and usually some good overtaking into turn 1.
I do have to tell you, you know, it's so good to see so many people participating. Even though we're at halfway point, man, they're not giving up. That's what we love. Ladies and gentlemen, this race is about to start. The safety car is going to leave. It is going to come in, and now it all comes out to Frank Porte, who goes full throttle immediately. Let's get rock and rolling for the next 40 minutes. Time to start this race as we enter turn number 1. Looks like Mr. Porte has everything covered. It is Clark on P2. Looking at the graph. Very nice move on the inside of Octavio Araujo Pisco. He's going to have to watch out because things might not go his way. We've had a crash at the back. Jäger completely broken down. We need to go quickly with the lead because we might have a move. For P3, certainly we're going to check the crash again. Everybody coming along! Pandemonium Lyall out of the track. And certainly I am surprised. I thought we were going to have way worse incidents, but people have been keeping it so clean. Mackenzie, let's take a look at what happened to Andy Jäger.
Yeah, so only I think 1 or 2 cars caught up in that. We might see a bit more on the replay here. Lyall, obviously, we saw well off the track, but plenty of runoff. Oh, okay, yes, a couple of cars heading off into the barrier. But what's nice is they were sensible about rejoining, and the rest of the pack went through okay. But what a start from Porte. Got the jump. You know, they were all very level and very close. But also nicely done by Over Clark. He literally tucked into the gap perfectly and shut the door off to the other ACA drivers and didn't let them come through. And actually, of course, coming out in that as well is Graf, who's jumped himself up a spot early on, taking the challenge. So we've got a few different drivers, different teams in the mix early on. But great start by everyone. Really clean on a track that's hard to do it. Look at this.
We got to move it. We have a try. Miguel Marquez. We got the cock of the walk looking to show up, but Marquez cannot make a move on Quinton Verdonk, of course, teammate of mine. Love the SRT. I'm a little biased here, Mr. Mackenzie Taylor. I do have to say, Oliver Clark, great stuff, keeping himself a second. Nearly had a shot at first, but he kept it clean. There's still plenty of time to go. Marquez and Verdonk still fighting. As you can see, Octavio Araujo Pisco, we are really surprised to see him on P4. This is the first time in the season we actually don't see him fly away into the sunset. Of the graph, certainly having the upper hand here. The Ferrari is really good car overall, but the Porsche, Mackenzie, really good on the corners. It fits this track to a T.
Yeah, looking nice and close at the front thanks to that little mix of the different cars up the front. Got a little train forming, haven't we? So is Porte just managing that at the moment? Does he have any extra pace if he needs it? You see all of the drivers using every inch of the track and more. That wouldn't stand for Formula 1 standards of track limits at the moment, but getting away with it in iRacing, so it's the same for everyone. And of course the computer sees all, so you always have a consistent bit of that side of things at least. But yeah, everyone really pushing hard early on. Porte is not able to break away from Clark, and you can see actually coming into that final sector, those front two seem to get a bit of a gap. Clark trying to potentially challenge around the outside just then as we've cut onto the camera shot. But not able to make anything stick. So, just saying, turn 1 is one of the prime overtaking spots at this track if you can get late on the brakes. But what we often see is it gets really, really tight into turn 2 as we're watching there. Actually, at the moment, with Schiebold trying to get through, not making that work on that occasion, but certainly people starting to think about having moves. And I think we're on the early stages, people are being sensible, but there's definitely some room for movement, and it's getting feisty at the front again. Look at this.
Look at this, it's Porte and Clark side by side. Of course, Clark shouldn't be committing to the outside line here. Really dangerous. It's a big bump on the track, and it can certainly shut him off immediately. You can see Octavio Lajopisco has already reclaimed the P3, and Autograph just waiting behind for his moment. I gotta tell you, the weather is fantastic here at Interlagos. Let's take a look. As you can see, 22 degrees on the track, 20 on the asphalt. It is very humid, but nonetheless, incredible weather. The sunset out, and I do have to say, Octavio is starting to pick up pace, and we might see every week's story repeat itself. Let's go quickly with Trev Anderson. Right now it's Bjorn van der Ovelen, the SRT zone, leading a 7-man pack, and we have a really intense fight here between Sander Blau and Jeremy Story. Let's see who's gonna come out of the victor already into the third lap of the evening. We are having a hell of a time already, and there's plenty to come. Of course, Mackenzie, pit stops are going to start becoming a big part of this race in the next 15 to 20 minutes. What do you think is going to happen strategy-wise?
Well, I think it's looking so close in different parts. I mean, look at this. We're looking at the front pack. Second and first are battling. Third and fourth are battling. Side by side, Oliver Clark and Porte still trying to get through. Is Oliver Clark not able to make it look? It's now a drag race as we come down the back straight. Who's going to have the minerals to go through? And it looks like Oliver Clark's going to do it. He gets through into the lead then, as we're a few laps into this race. But Porte's not done yet. He still tries to hang around the outside. He might lose not one but two places to his teammate if he's not careful here, because Pisco is trying to come through as well. And the ACA drivers now are going to have to work together, because if they fight too much, they're going to let Clark get away. But fantastic racing. That's really, really close, but really firm and fair.
I do have to tell you right now, another man that has a big opportunity here is Autograph, with the teammates fighting. Still Porte ahead of Octavio Lajopisco. As you said, Clark could fly away, and Autograph could take big advantage if teammates collide, if brother-in-arms go to war against one another. We're going to enter our fourth lap of the evening. Looking fantastic so far from everybody on the grid. Not many crashes, which is lovely to see. I have to say the standards have been incredible all season long. Really clean races. Just a couple big incidents, of course. We remember around America.
Yeah, I don't know if we should or shouldn't talk about that. That was quite a wild start to that race last week. But of course, the safety car coming to action. Our super duper race director sprung in and done his job and got everyone settled back down again before we went racing. So good to see that the system works when we need it. But yeah, nice to see that this week it's going really, really smoothly so far. Touch some wood, everyone, because we want to make sure we keep it going that way, because it's been some great racing so far up and down the pack, as we can see more battles going from. Again, looking back to Bjorn, birthday boy last week, wasn't he? So let's see what he can do this week.
Gotta tell you, turning 75 must be tough. You can see it in his face, you know. It's just getting to him. But let me tell you, his spirit is on fire. I'm joking. He's only, I don't know his age, but he's young. I love to talk a little bit.
While we have a minute, and while we're giving people some stick, come on, chat. Where are you at? Let's see who's still with us. What are you thinking so far? What are you enjoying? What have you enjoyed on this race? What would you like to ask Benny when we come to talk about Benny a little bit? And what are your predictions for the rest of the race so far? And Callum, are you still with us? What did you have for dinner? Come on, everyone.
Yeah, 30 pints of beer.
Oh, we need to also ask everyone to guess what Benny had for dinner. What do you think Benny had for dinner this week before he tells us? I don't even know. I've not asked him yet. I'm going to guess salmon and veg, because he knows.
Hey, don't take my answer. I knew it was going to be salmon and veg. But hey, we're going to let you all question that. What's Ben's thoughts of chucking people out of a party? Well, I can tell you the thoughts of Miguel Marquez making an incredible move on Quentin Verdong. But careful, Verdong, you might not lose one. You might lose two. Other contact there between himself and Cerqueira. Shakira makes it alive out of that corner. I got to tell you, those hips work very well. That was a great save from Elvis Cerqueira.
You'll be able to shake your hips to hang on to a moment like that.
Man, we look at him. He's showing his hips. I got to tell you, that was a great save. Tapping the grass big time. And hey, he kept it under control. Let's go with Jonas Siebold. Here you have him at the moment, P18, trying to make a move on Gravy's on. We also have a three-man bout. It's Story van Overen and Blau, and of course, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, tell us, how are you enjoying this race? What has been your favorite part so far? We're about to enter the first quarter of it, and Shirley, I'm completely certain.
Shirley Bassett.
Who the hell is Shirley Bassett?
I don't know. You said it.
Ah, that's the one that Benny fancies. Okay. Frank Porte.
Mr. Maniquez thinks that Benny had some sandpaper for dinner.
Well, I think it would explain the way he talks. So, you know, I don't blame him. Porte. Man, I'm seriously in shock. Octavio Araujo Pisco in third. And cannot make a move on Porte. Yeah. I don't know.
Leader.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows that right now he has a pretty sweet spot to get this championship home, and he's just trying to help a teammate out, or he's actually struggling to catch. Am I saying he's sandbagging? I don't know, but I gotta tell you, Octavio Pisco, one of the fastest men alive, and let me tell you, in a couple of minutes, Benny, get ready, because we want to know what you have for dinner.
But not yet. Not yet, as we look at a Sausage Dodgers Porsche going side by side there with Adam Lyall, who we saw had that turn 1 incident. Actually, we should keep an eye on Adam's progress as he goes through the field now to see where he can get back to. Started P13, currently running P26, so see if he can make better of that early lap 1 situation.
Yeah, do I have to tell you, the car doesn't look too damaged. Here we see the trade-off. It is now Octavio P2, and you know what that means, Mackenzie. Get on
it means he's in second.
Sorry?
It means he's in second.
Yeah, you know what that means also, that he might have a chance of first. I know, you're happy, and I'm happy as well. On that, Oliver Crack doing a great job on P1. I must say, Mackenzie, this is outrageous, the fact that Octavio Araujo Pisco is not first, and Oliver Clark is doing one hell of a drive. 31.97.2 is his fastest time, certainly the fastest time in the whole race so far. Octavio Pisco a second and 2/10 behind. Of course, there you have the Discord link to join Ingear's community. Come on, people in the chat, tell us how are you doing? By the way, in 8 minutes time, it's time for driver of the day voting, so get your keyboards ready. You gotta type the name of your favorite driver. They will gain an extra championship point. Mackenzie, considering how tight the whole championship is so far, every single point counts.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's interesting. You know, you're saying about Pisco not being in the lead. If anyone's just joining, he's won every single race so far this championship. And we are on round 5, so Oliver Clark is currently the person who is potentially going to break that chain and put Pisco in his place and say you can actually be beaten. So otherwise, Pisco's becoming the Max Verstappen of this championship so far, hasn't he? He's been absolutely dominant. You know, drivers have tried, and we've had some really strong drivers like Luke Andrews in this championship, who of course won the last championship in season 1. But not able to come close. And of course, early stages, we also had the likes of Baptista Meira as well, who's not joined the last couple races. But yeah, certainly some really, really fast drivers not been able to touch Pisco so far. So whatever's happened tonight, Clark is absolutely on fire. He's extended his gap now to, what is that, 1.2 seconds. And it's sitting around that quite comfortably.
Well, he is Verdon was trying something on Shakira. I cannot make it happen. His teammate in front, Miguel Marquez, of course, the ACA eSports team. They have been dominant throughout the whole season. The SRT also showing pretty good phase overall. And right now, Oliver Clark, the man who leads, you gotta give him some credit. He joined the last couple of races last season, and ever since then, he has proven his spot as one of the best drivers to do it in these 2 seasons of the whole championship. I gotta tell you, Oliver is on fire right now. He's just getting better lap after better lap. He is untouchable. Pisco second and 3/10 behind. And that gap seems to be staying. Clark right now running on a 32 dead. Octavio running on a 31.
We also have a great battle forming for P10 at the moment, just looking a little bit further back. Matthew Wright and some other ACA drivers coming in the mix here. Costa, Marquez, trying to get through. I've just been looking at different battles going on, and they've been coming so close to overtakes. And look, potentially another one you can see Matthew Wright having to go a little bit defensive. Those Ferraris have got the grunt in a straight line, haven't they? And they're slipstreaming each other.
I gotta tell you, they're trying it. They're trying really hard, and there you see for a moment. Marquez trying it on the outside. Will he be able to finish the job? No time will tell. We're just a few seconds away from the right-hander. There's a little bit of contact. It is already Marquez trying it. Nuno Pereira Costa is going to be the one to finally go through. Marquez is going to try to take advantage of it. There you see Mr. Matthew Wright closing the door, saying hell now. To the no. Not letting him through. Not yet. You like that one, boy. I know it. And now it's an ACA sandwich. Mackenzie, will he be able to survive it? We've seen the ACA guys being so good at teamwork. I think this is not going to be any different.
Yeah, I think it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when at the moment for Marquez to go through as well. The ACA guys are looking really, really fast at the moment. Get that drag down to turn one. I don't think he's going to be close enough this time. He might prove me wrong with a dive bomb, but certainly on those back straights, they seem to just have, whether they're running less aero or it's just the 296's outright pace, they seem to be able to get the drag on him. It might help that Wright's now got some slipstream himself. But certainly, those Ferraris are looking strong, so we'll see what happens. But I have to say, once again, really clean racing, and it's what's nice to see when you get to this point in a championship with sim racing. I think drivers start to learn a little bit who they can race closely with, who they can race hard with, and you get some great moments like that. I mean, there was 2 or 3 corners of side by side, millimeters of space between the cars, and yet they're racing from what I can guess opposite ends of the world almost. It's so cool to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just flawless. I do have to say, the fact that we're in round 5, we got so many people involved in the race. Right now, we have 34 drivers on the grid. The support the driver has been given this championship, I gotta tell you. We've had season 1, we have season 2, and certainly, if this keeps on going, season 3 might be on their way pretty soon, because it is incredible the support we've received from the community, from the viewers, from everybody out there. Thank you very much to each and every single one of you for tuning in every week. And let me tell you, this ain't over. Many rounds left. And they will come here in Ingear Motorsport. Here you see Jeremy Story trying to defend on Guillermo the Oblong. We're going to have to go on the lead because Octavio Pisco is not managing to catch. And Oliver Clark, he actually made a mistake. And Frank Porte is on his tail. Seriously. This, I think, nobody expected.
And I wonder now whether Pisco and Porte will be in a chat room together saying, basically more so for Porte, I'm not going to fight you, I'm not going to try and overtake you, you out-qualified me, you've got more pace, let's just get our heads down and see if we can catch Clark up or make the most of the pit stops. And I know the ACA eSports are here in the chat with us, so maybe you can tell us, are they all in a chat together, like a Discord voice chat? Are they communicating? Oh, look at this one. I'll let you talk about this first.
Oh, that is Paul Cramp and David Leander having a little bit of a blowout. Love to see Pisco being vulnerable. Gives hope to all of us, you all mortals.
Says our Nordschleifer specialist who's getting ready to come and hopefully do the same thing in a few weeks' time.
On a P20, Mr. Lorenzo. I love you, Lorenzo.
Speaking of, actually, HMPF said about David Lander getting a P20 this race. Where is David Lander? Shall we have a little look?
Yeah, he actually crashed with Mr. Paul Cramp, unfortunately.
Oh, he was the other driver in the crash. Great timing.
Yes, great timing there. Yes, sir. That was not good. He unfortunately was the one involved in that accident. We can actually watch it again. Here you see Cramp and Leander through the right-hander, pick of the pato. And unfortunately colliding. There you see Leander losing the rear momentarily. He saves it, but Cramp unfortunately couldn't do anything about it.
Well, the fun thing is Leander's livery looks completely different on my screen to yours, so trading paints is working magic as always.
Wait, have I made a mistake? Is it not him? No, it's not. It's actually not him. Well, my overlay was smoking crack because it said it was him. My apologies, Leander.
One whiskey too many for our lead commentator today.
Don't be. Hey, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, it's the overlay, man.
Hey, man. Oi, 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 oi.
Ay, 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 ay. Well, he is 31st. Something must have happened to him. What happened to him is that he actually went in the pit lane. Let's see if he can recall from that, because this is the second time he visits it. So let's see. Let's go with Verdon still on that sandwich between Shakira.
And while we're doing that,
Interlagos.
HMPF, really quickly in chat, what is your link to David Lander? Teammates? Friends? Does he owe you a beer for voting for Driver of the Day later on? What's the deal?
Oh, yeah, 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 lad. It's Shakira. Losing the rear. Nearly. Going up the wall. Good save, though. He's going to hold on and just by a tiny notch. And Verdon, because you can see being pushed. Cerqueira is actually going to decide to pit. I think that is a very good idea. Friends from 3 years old. Currently building a drift car IRL together. Damn, that's awesome.
Nice. Well, we've seen him get some practice at going sideways on these races before. So hopefully he'll be well suited to it in the real world. What car is it going to be? And I'll go back to Juan to talk about this amazing racing.
Okay, I'll talk about this amazing racing. I got to talk about that beer as well. Verdon goes through once again. And behind, look at this, is Miguel Marquez. And Mr. One, Matthew Wright. That was there with Nuno Pereira Costa. Here you see this in top. BMW 30. Wow. Wow. That's a good car. Do you like that BMW E30 with the M50 turbo? Damn. That's a beast. There's one hell of a car. Here you see Stewart Vickers trying to get closer to Jonas Giebold. He's defending pretty well so far. We are now under halfway, and you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Driver of the day voting is open. I see a man thirsty on my screen. Oh my Lord Almighty, isn't that one happy image? But look at something even happier. We have a fight, and it's a four-man battle. Pereira Costa and Quinton Verdon side by side as they go into turn number one. It looks like Nuno Pereira Costa is going to be able to defend it. You see Quinton Verdon going down, and so do Matthew Wright and Miguel Marquez, who nearly lose the car on the chicane down the hill into a Pararu Bailao, or maybe Costa do Sol. Matthew Wright moving left and right, trying to defend himself from Miguel Marquez. We go into turn number 3, and it looks like the four men are going to stay where they are. Great racing all over the place.
Really, really great racing. I mean, as a pack, they've obviously caught the Porsche ahead, but Matthew Wright still keeping Marquez behind is a fantastic effort so far, isn't it? You know, off that pace they had, they're having some great racing, and that's what we like to see, whether it's the front, the middle, or the back of the pack. As long as you have some close racing, you go home happy most of the time. I say that as quarter panels nearly touch. Racing Dutch just asking what happened to Sander Blau. Do you know, Juan?
Well, he has just.
Can you help him out?
Lane. Yes, I can. He entered the pit lane late. See if he has any sort of damage. Well, thank you very much. He doesn't want to show us. Oh, yes, it does. Here you see him. Oh, no. No. He completely missed his pick box. Well, that's exactly what happened. He lost like 20 seconds in the pit lane because he missed his pick box. I don't know if he turned the car off or something, but he had to restart it and put it on the box itself. There you see Matthew Wright is actually going to get himself out of the way. Hey, that's the first time I see Matthew's face. Look at that. A lovely gentleman. Do you know what I have to say about that? We got to go to Sugar Hut. Get some copas. La Piña Coladas. Let's go. Oh, with Richard Wall and Michael Phipps side by side as we enter the last few corners of this track. 24 minutes. Pips, careful with the oversteer. Really easy to get it done. Oh, he's very fast through there, and both cars go out of the track. That means Johnny Jober says hello and thank you, Baba. Gets 2 positions for free. And he's fighting now with Colin and Hook. It's a side-by-side situation as we enter turn number 1. Mackenzie, take it away, Bubba.
Yeah, Shoebox then has gained himself a grand total of 4 places since his grid spot, so he's on the way up. And turn 1 and 2, always fantastic racing, still side by side as they now hurtle down the next back straight. Shoebox on the outside there. Is he going to be able to do it? I think he's going to have to tuck in and have to settle for now, unless he can somehow get it late on the brakes and around the outside of Mr. Colin Hook. And it is, of course, Porsche versus Porsche. Unless their aerodynamics are really different, they're going to have the same straight line speed. So all about extra speeds to get the best on the way out. And we are now back looking at our race leader.
And you got to be happy about him. Oliver Clark in the lead. 3 seconds ahead of Octavio Araujo Bisco. And right now, Mr. Mackenzie Taylor, we're going to do what we usually do. Take a look at the track map. You can see everybody spread out evenly. So I think
I have a request, actually.
Oh, yes, you do? Please tell me.
I do. Because we are, well, we're over halfway. And we still haven't spoken to our race director. We still haven't found out what he had for dinner. I mean, we've had one guess so far of sandpaper, and I said salmon and veg. What, are you going to throw a guess in first, and then we need to ask him?
No, I already told you. You stole mine.
Okay, so 2 times salmon and veg.
Well, I think...
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Ben Miko.
Well, tonight, everybody, I had a pizza with mozzarella and tomato.
See, now he's not lying about the salmon and veg. Now he's actually being honest with it.
AKA a margarita.
I do have some salmon, but I didn't have it tonight.
AKA, I've never had salmon. All I eat is pizza and burgers. Well, there you see Ricky Pink has had a little bit of an issue. I'll come back to you quickly, man. What has happened to Pink? Oh, certainly has missed the corner. Loses the car from the rear.
Pink is in the stink, sadly.
Yeah, and unfortunate. Do you see Verdonque Marquez? And I gotta tell you, Benny, you know, please come clean to the people in the chat. Be honest. You've never eaten salmon in the veg in your life. Don't be lying to the people. All you eat is that damn pizza. That the bucket. We know it.
No, I do have salmon, thank you.
Salmon else, more like.
Oh, God. I don't want to see how you got that. Let's go back with Verdonque and Marquez. Because you get salmonella many very bad. Well, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Marquez, qué tiburón de coleta blanca, vaya movimiento, vaya adelantamiento, curva su cableata, what a move from Marquez. Why are you saying curva?
No, you said that.
Yeah, curva means corner, but you said it in the Polish way. Qué movimiento.
No, that's you.
Qué adelantamiento de Miguel Márquez. Te voy a comentar un poquito en español, Mackenzie, para la gente de ACA eSports. Muchas gracias a todos.
Gracias. Adios, amigos. De nada.
De nada. Una cerveza, por favor. Bunny Ryan trying to make a move on Stewart Vickers. Oh, this is
Vamos, Frank. Love it.
Love it. Vamos, Jota. Well, right, Vickers. Really close to one another.
Does that count as a vote for driver of the day? Frank.
Oh, yes.
Bourdais, of course.
Remember, the ODD is still open. You can vote for your favorite driver. We're going to close the voting in 7 minutes time.
And that's our race director's other responsibilities, tallying them up. So we've got Oliver Clark, potentially, if he does well, from Racing Dutch. So he's got a performance requirement to his vote. And a couple for Mr. Porte so far.
Sammy Marquez. Grande. Oh, we got a vote. Marquez for driver of today. Sí, una cerveza, por favor, Mackenzie. Do you want a cerveza?
Yes, please. That sounds fantastic.
Oh, you've had one too many, brother.
Says you.
I am clean as a whistle, baby boy.
Are you sure which car David Leander is yet, or do I need to point it out to you, Juan?
Do I need to point out where I'm going to slap the living hell out of you? Well, we got a Clark for DODD. I love it. It's getting tight. Unfortunately, not getting as tight on the track. The gaps have opened widely throughout. Many drivers pitting. And like my father said, one beer und una cerveza grande, por favor. That's my new catchphrase. I have pandemonium and now I have una cerveza grande, por favor.
The grande is important.
Yes, but Mackenzie, now I need to talk to you seriously. Clark is in the pit lane, and I don't know if I agree with this, because I think it's going to come out in quite a big pack of traffic. Would have you waited longer for that pit stop? We know Octavio always goes on the last lap possible.
We do, and there is an advantage to that, but then there's also an advantage to looking after your tyres, and perhaps, you know, if his tyres were getting hot, if he felt like he wanted to get a fresh set on sooner to get more performance, then there is sometimes a bit of a way up of, okay, if we pit now, we'll get more performance out of the car for the rest of the race, and it could be worth just considering it. But if you know that everything's running okay and it's all hunky-dory, to give you another phrase one, then you might just stay until the end and then do your mandatory pit stop, being such a short 40-minute race. So, yeah, bit of both. It is also a 1 minute 30 lap. It's really, really short here at Interlagos, so it's going to be hard to find space no matter what you do.
Y la bandera de Andorra. La bandera de Andorra. Maybe I can try. Oh, there you see it, a little tiny, but it's there for Octavio Lajopisco. Y la bandera de Andorra para cuando? Oh my God, hey man, they're trying to invade me. They want that Andorran flag. Should I give it to them? Let's be honest.
Can you show an Andorran flag?
I can go to Google and Google it. Yes, I can. Oh, wow! That's actually surprising. Octavio Lajopisco answering immediately to Oliver Clark on the next lap. He comes in. Certainly, Clark should be able to be ahead. Let's see if that's going to be the case. He's about to cross the line. Octavio still waiting to stop on his pit box. You see some
so interesting, isn't it? You've got the strategy playing out, and Clark has forced Pisco's hand, because if Clark does get fresher tyres, does get more time out of the car early on, then of course he's just going to be giving himself more an advantage. But Pisco, you can see in the back a shot there coming out of the pit lane, or is that? We've got a Sausage Dodgers Porsche up ahead that's going to have to be dispatched. That's a back marker. But you can see then the gap, and I think that's roughly what it was before they pitted. It was around the 2-second mark. So both drivers at the front making smooth pit stops so far. Some smooth operating going on at the front. And of course, that's where you can really win or lose, is in these pit stops. Pit entry, pit exit, and actual pit stop. But so far, all good for top two.
Yeah, he has 1 second. Look at that. Lorenzo also pointed it out. He actually just 1 second off the pit stop. But of course, no more pit stops now. It's all about the pace. And let's see what's going to happen.
Because that makes sense, because we see Pisco often run a bit heavy on the fuel and have a shorter pit stop. It was a real quick splash and dash last time, wasn't it? That we saw last week. So yeah, that does make sense.
Well, let's keep on going. You see Octavio Pisco going through traffic. Miguel Marquez with the Verdon still fighting with one another. Let's see how this battle is going to end. Still, driver of the day voting is open, and we're going to close that in 2 minutes time. So please, ladies and gentlemen, vote for your driver of the day. All you have to do is put the name of the driver in the chat, and we'll count them all out.
Okay, Racing Dutch is officially confirming a Mr. Clark vote. I'm taking that one so far. Could be our first Ingear Motorsport driver of the day and race win if all goes well so far. But once again, I'm going to touch some wood there. Should we go to race director for a driver of the day vote count so far?
Yes, please. I'm sure he's ready to do that. But before Marquez, top in the back of Verdon, nearly losing it all. Now, please, my lovely race director, proceed.
Yep, so at a minute, Frank Porte is has 3, and Oliver Clark's on 2. So that's
David
what
Leander has 1.
That's what we're starting at. David Leander has 1.
Great
Marquez
job.
has 1 as well.
Good, good, good. I like it, Manny. Doing your job very well. I like it.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, Mackenzie, only 6 minutes to go. The gap is still 2.5. Bisco, unless he pulls out a miracle, I think he's not going to be able to take the win, and it would be your boy, your team, getting the checkered flag first.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're watching Clark then coming into turn 1. And one of the things at Interlagos, you've got such undulations to deal with. You can so easily into turn 1 as it's downhill, slightly off camber, drop a little bit of a lock up of the brakes coming in, and before you know it, you've locked up, missed the apex of turn 1, missed the apex of turn 2, and then look, you've got this really long straight that you just get punished down. So one of those tracks that you can't afford to make too many mistakes, really. Yes, there's runoff, you know, the punishment of going off track, perhaps not as bad as some tracks. In terms of time lost, where it's so fast and flowing at some points, really, really not a good idea. So you've got to be consistent, and he's been doing exactly that so far, keeping Pisco at bay quite nicely. Still 2.4 seconds, and look at this, we've got some battles going back on. Marquez trying to get through. Is he going to make that work?
Switcheroo looks like he's not going to be able to do so. Guessing behind you. Uy. Uy, 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 uy. As you like it, Mackenzie. Uy, 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 uy. Giovanni, Gobert Rivera. You could see him losing the car from a long shot. Thankfully, Giovanni waits. And
that was a great dodge there. Was that Scheuberg or was that Leander? Who was that?
I think that was Scheuberg. I think the shoebox.
The shoebox made a great dodge.
For once, you know, even considering how fat he is. I mean, yes, great move there from Scheuberg. I cannot talk about fat, let's be honest, because we know how slim.
No, it was Gravy. It was Gravyson.
No way. I cannot believe it is the Gravy.
We've not seen much of Gravyson today. We need to show him in a minute.
Yeah, let's show him. We gotta enjoy that tasty gravy. Like you
and
like.
Also, since HMPF made the Leander's livery, I think we should have a little look around it, or you know, one of the closer up angles, so we can appreciate it a bit more. Because it is one of the things that's really cool that we get to do this with trading paints and have the liveries that people put time and effort into. Because it is not easy to make liveries. It's very time consuming. So shout out to the drivers and friends of drivers that get roped into doing that, because yeah, it's really, you gotta love it, really, haven't you, to be able to want to spend the time doing it. Shoebox is good at it, but nice job HMPF, very good on Leander's car as well. You know, we've got some lovely liveries out there today.
There you have the gravy. That gravy train, delicious. I hope you enjoy that, a little bit of gravy, but I want to enjoy this incredible fight that never ceases to stop. It is Verdonk, Cerqueira, and Marquez. And you can see Cerqueira has flown away, and it is now Matthew Wright.
Shakira.
Right, Shakira. And right at the back of this three-man pack, Mackenzie, we have a driver of the day. Would Benny Mikkel announce it, because we have closed the voting now? Please, Benny Mikkel, would you like to proceed? Oh, before you do! Wait, oh, Lord Almighty, Marquez! Man, every time I give you the word, something happens on the track. Marquez nearly losing it all. Survives, the right goes through. Please, Ben Mikkel.
Alright, driver today is Frank Porte.
Hey, round of applause for this, man. That's a great announcement right there. Frank Porte.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sorry, Frank Porte. The driver of the day. Oh, I like some pate. I like some foie gras. Well, let's go with Vickers side by side with Adam Lyall. I gotta tell you, what a comeback from Lyall. After dead last with a big gap, right now finds himself on 19th. Really good race. Notice updated, that's the prototype. Oh, well, I think Trading Paints did not get that, but thank you very much. I feel very Mexican now and want to boo very loud.
Well, we have got Mexican with us here tonight in the commentary box.
You don't have to say anything else. Just say, yeah, you shut up. Come on, man. Well, I can see now. Back to business. Last lap. I see your eyes watering. You're seeing it happen. My bloody tails. Wait, I remember something. Drop me out.
Drop me out indeed, because an Ingear Motorsport car is in the lead in the final stages of a race. For the first time in the 2 series we've ran so far, here he is, Oliver Clark, or Oliver Crack, if you're Mexican. He's doing a good job. And we still have yet to speak to Oliver Clark. So maybe this is an opportunity to talk to him after tonight. If he can win the race, we'll say well done and good job. But yes, nice to see an Ingear Motorsport car up there doing a fantastic job. We've got a nice little bit of side camera here. You get all the action. What else can we do? What other camera angles shall we enjoy on this final lap with our race leader?
Yes, we do. And the lap is about to end, so the team is Oliver Clark bringing us now through the end of the second sector. Of course, ACA eSports Halloween scares. I love it. By the way, happy Halloween to everybody. I don't know what you're saying Halloween because I don't like it. But Oliver Clark against all odds. The mighty Pisco. Why are you reading my mind, Lorenzo Oro? The mighty Pisco has been defeated by Oliver Clark, who's going to take the checkered flag and claim Ingear Motorsport's first win. That is one incredible drive from the British man. Mackenzie's crying, oh my lord, bring the kids out, make the baby boom. It is Clark with the checkered flag. Ottavio Pisco on the P2, Porte to finish off the podium. What a race.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about crying, but super happy with that. Good to see an Ingear Motorsport car up there, but also what a race. Yeah, definitely echo that one, because we had some awesome racing tonight, and it wasn't awesome because we had cars going off left, right and centre and chaos. It was awesome because we had great battles, we had side-by-side moments, we had tiny bits of contact, but cars then continuing on. You know, we had some really good racing. And also, Benny has finally owned up to having a pizza for dinner on a Tuesday night rather than salmon and veg. That's a huge achievement as well. I mean, that's happened. Pisco's finally been beaten 5 rounds into this championship. What a night, hey?
I gotta tell you, dreams can come true for some, but let me tell you,